The dispatcher couldn't see what was happening inside the dark two-story home on Hodgson Corners Cove, but she could hear it. A woman's voice. Shaking. Breaking. Trying desperately to stay calm. 911, what's the address of your emergency? A pause too long. A breath too shallow. Then a whispered answer. 4800 Hodgson, this is Aleka Simmons. The dispatcher heard a loud thud behind her. Arguing. A man's voice, low, sharp, aggressive. And then Aleka said the sentence that would haunt every responder who heard it. If anything happens to me. Something crashed in the background. Aleka, are you safe? Do you need police? More arguing. The dispatcher heard Aleka's voice rise, terrified. Are you threatening me? You're gonna kill me. And then silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that means danger is still in the room. Police were sent immediately. Officers reached the home, knocked, listened. No screams. No footsteps. No movement. Just darkness. So they left. Hours later, those same officers would return. But this time, the suspect wasn't hiding behind a closed door. He was waiting with a gun. And by the end of the night, one woman would be dead, and one officer would be lying in the grass, bleeding out from 4 gunshot wounds. Before we go deeper, this is Crime Scene Exposed, where we break down infamous crimes, chilling disappearances, disturbing confessions, and the twisted criminal minds behind them. If you want more gripping investigations like this one, tap the like button and subscribe. It helps us bring more cases like this to light. So, what really happened inside that house after Aleka Simmons said her own name, as if she knew she wouldn't live to say it again? Let's take a closer look.
They say I look like Carla from Friday. Hey, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Just a thick-ass version, you feel me?
Get your ass in the car. Get your ass in the car. Get your ass in the car.
Public records don't tell us everything about who Aleka Simmons was as a person. But the pieces we do have paint a portrait of a woman who was trying, in every possible way, to build a life for herself. At 27, living in Lithonia, Georgia, Aleka wasn't just surviving. She was hustling, dreaming, and pushing for more. She owned and founded a small cleaning business called Immaculate Maids, a venture she promoted proudly, proof that she wasn't afraid to work hard or take risks. She also worked as a manager at Blue Ivory and danced at Folly Strip Club, one of Atlanta's most well-known clubs. The nightlife was demanding, intense, and competitive, but Aleka had a reputation for staying focused and keeping her circle tight.
This is what I do besides strip. I clean houses. Feel me? That's what I do. Clean houses. To this area. That's what I do.
She'd been through a failed relationship before meeting Otis, a breakup that had left emotional dents she didn't talk about often. But despite her own past heartbreak, she still believed in the idea of stability and support. She even joked positively online about having a black sugar daddy, hinting at a personality full of humor, confidence, and a desire for someone who would finally treat her right.
Hello everybody. And I know some people might not be feeling me right now because they feel like what I said was racist. No, baby, I'm far from racist. As you can see, I'm damn near white myself. So there's nothing about being racist about me. I'm just speaking on opinion. I'm speaking how I feel. That's part of life, right? What is that? Freedom of speech? What amendment? Oh, okay. Anyways, the reason why I say the shit about the white women, black men shit is because us black women are tired of y'all white women just trying to take everything. Y'all all the models, y'all in all the commercials, y'all in all the movies, y'all in all the goddamn magazines, y'all everywhere. Then y'all want to come around and try to take out black men. No. And for all my sisters, we not finna have that. I'm not finna have that. You feel me? So, you can take it as, oh, you racist, oh, this, oh, that. But I take it as we just tired. And I'm in a situation right now where My man didn't have it all, but guess what? Who's helping him? And his baby mama is white, and all the drama that she put into. Only thing I'm saying is, don't look the white way out. Don't look the white way out. Don't. Because it's sisters like myself, and it's other sisters that I know that help they black men and love they black men. That's because you attract that shit. So if you keep saying, oh, I keep getting this woman, these black women out here ain't shit. They do this, they do that. That's why we go to white women. That's because you a lame ass nigga and you attract lame ass bitches. Period. But if you got a good heart and you gonna attract some good shit. It don't matter. Of course everybody has been through a relationship where that shit didn't go good. What I'm supposed to be like, oh, let me go hit a white man up. When I posted on my page the other day and I said, hey, I need a sugar daddy. I ain't saying I needed a white sugar daddy. I want a black sugar daddy. But I already got a sugar daddy. And I got a man. Hey, and they both know what's up. My thing is, y'all white bitches need to sit the fuck down when it comes to the bottom of it, okay? Y'all can't have everything. Y'all can't talk like us. Y'all can't look like us. Y'all ass can't be like us. Y'all face can't be like us. Your lips can't be like us. Your hair can't be like us. Y'all just can't be like us. So stop trying to be like us. So therefore, you feel a void, like, okay, and you go get a black man thinking you're one of us. You're not one of us. You're still a white woman, okay? You got everything else in the world. What else you want?
But instead, she met Otis Dennis Walker Jr., and the man who initially seemed charming slowly revealed a darker truth. To outsiders, Otis was just another boyfriend. Behind closed doors, he was a storm. A man with a history steeped in violence, jealousy, and control. In 2018, he'd already been arrested for battering her. By July 2019, just weeks before she died, he was released on bond. Her friends saw the danger clearly. Especially her close friend, Ashley Hill, who warned her again and again. Aleka, if you don't leave him, something terrible is going to happen. But the cycle of abuse is a cage with invisible walls. Victims stay out of fear, out of hope, out of habit, out of the belief that maybe, just maybe, love can fix a man who's already broken. And sometimes, victims stay because they know trying to leave could be the moment the abuser becomes lethal. By July 31st, 2019, Aleka wasn't just afraid. She was foreshadowing her own fate in the last phone calls she would ever make. Just after midnight, the phone rang again at 911 Communications. This time, the caller wasn't silent. She was terrified. This is Aleka Simmons. Her voice was trembling. It sounded like someone speaking through tears they were trying not to shed. Behind her, a man's angry voice. Walker. The dispatcher immediately sensed danger. Aleka, do you need help? More rustling. More arguing. Then clearly, desperately, Aleka's voice. Are you threatening me? You're gonna kill me. The dispatcher escalated the call instantly. Officers were sent, again, straight back to the same home they had just left. But by the time they arrived, the house had gone still once more. This time, the officers canvassed the outside. Knocked again. Listened. Still nothing. No shouting. No crying. No movement. They couldn't force entry without confirmation of immediate danger. They left again, unaware that inside that home, death was minutes away. Because while the police were backing out of the driveway, a storm was gathering behind the closed bedroom door upstairs. A storm named Otis Walker. Sharon Walker, Otis's mother, was asleep when a child woke her. The police are at the door. Confused and concerned, she got up, sensing the tension between her son and Aleka. Sharon offered Aleka a ride, a chance to get away, to escape the pressure building in that bedroom. Aleka agreed, but when Sharon walked away to grab her keys, Otis closed the bedroom door behind them. He knew the police had come twice. He knew Aleka had called. He knew an arrest was coming if she spoke to officers. And for men like him, the fear of losing control is gasoline on a fire. A single gunshot tore through the house. Sharon froze, then ran. When she reached the bedroom, what she saw would scar her forever. Aleka was on the ground, shot in the chest, bleeding, fading, dying. Sharon didn't wait. She grabbed the children, 2 minors, pulled them out of the house, and ran to a neighbor's home. Breathless, panicked, she begged them to call 911. Aleka's been shot. This time, there was no ambiguity. This time, the emergency was real and undeniable. But they had no idea the danger wasn't over. because as police rushed back toward the home, someone inside was preparing an ambush. Officer Derek Nunn recognized the address immediately. He'd been there earlier. Twice. Something about that final call, the panic in the neighbor's voice, made his pulse tighten. This wasn't a noise complaint anymore. He and 2 other officers approached the lawn cautiously, sweeping the area with flashlights. Then everything exploded. Bullets ripped through the darkness. Otis Walker was waiting inside, and he wasn't hiding. He opened fire without warning. 1 shot, 2 shots, a third. In seconds, 19 rounds were fired. Officer Nunn felt the impact before he even processed the sound. 1 bullet hit his torso. Another tore into his side. A third knocked him backwards. A 4th ripped through soft tissue. He collapsed onto the ground, bleeding out. Officers scrambled for cover. 1 bullet traveled so high, it pierced the 2nd floor of a neighbor's home. The yard turned into a war zone. Backup was called. SWAT was activated. Officers pulled Nunn to safety as he slipped in and out of consciousness. Inside that house, Walker had already murdered Aleka, and now he was hunting police. After shooting Aleka and firing at officers, Otis Walker fled into the woods behind the neighborhood. What followed was one of the most intense week-long manhunts DeKalb County had seen in years. Helicopters, K-9 units, dozens of officers, community alerts, fear spreading across neighborhoods. People were told to lock their doors. Stay inside. Report anything at all that looked strange. Days passed with no sign of him. Then, on August 8th, 8 days after the murder, police received an anonymous tip. Otis Walker is at a gas station. Officers swarmed the location. Walker was arrested without resistance. In his pocket, they found something chilling. A handwritten apology letter, addressed to Officer Nunn and the DeKalb County Police Department. It wasn't remorse. It was manipulation. Another attempt to control the narrative. And it wasn't going to work.
They responded. This happened inside a home in Lithonia in 2019. Jurors found Walker guilty of multiple charges, including felony murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault of a law enforcement officer.
Walker was charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault on 3 officers, possession of a firearm during a felony. When he took the stand, he didn't apologize to Aleka's family. He didn't acknowledge the trauma he caused the children in the house. He didn't acknowledge nearly killing Officer Nunn. Instead, he claimed self-defense against Aleka. He claimed she had the gun. He claimed he shot at police on the ground to provoke suicide by cop. But the evidence obliterated his lies. Ballistics, witnesses, trajectory, patterns of abuse, the autopsy, the note in his pocket, and most damning of all, Aleka's final 911 call. After reviewing everything, Judge Yolanda Parker-Smith sentenced him to life without the possibility of parole, plus 65 years. For the first time since Aleka whispered her name to a dispatcher, justice, in the legal sense, was served. But her story is much bigger than a conviction. Domestic violence doesn't start with a gun. It starts with control, fear, isolation, threats, promises that things will change, followed by another explosion of anger. In 2019, DeKalb County recorded 67 homicides. Aleka was the 8th domestic violence-related killing. Her case wasn't random. It followed a pattern well known to experts. A history of battery, a recent release from jail, escalating tension, a victim trying to leave, a weapon in the home. Once these elements collide, the danger becomes lethal. And Aleka saw it coming. She said it herself. If anything happens to me. This part is brief by design. You asked for it short, powerful, and not preachy. Aleka's story teaches a few critical realities. Every 911 hang-up matters. Sometimes silence is a scream. Victims don't stay because they're weak. They stay because abusers make leaving deadly. Friends and family matter. Ashley Hill tried. Others tried. More people must be trained to escalate. Policy matters. Walker's release on bond shows the need for stronger risk assessments in domestic violence cases. Intervention saves lives. Not always, but more often than doing nothing. These lessons won't bring Aleka back, but they can save someone else. When Aleka whispered her own name to the dispatcher that night, she wasn't just identifying herself. She was leaving a record, a timestamp, a warning, a message to the world. Please don't let me disappear. Her voice didn't save her. But today, you heard it. You witnessed what she endured. You saw the cracks in the system, the signs that were missed, the moments that could have changed everything. Stories like Aleka's don't need silence. They need witnesses. If you believe every 911 call deserves action, every victim deserves safety, and every abuser should face justice, type justice for Aleka in the comments below. Your voice keeps her story alive. Your engagement pushes stories like hers into the light, where they can educate, protect, and prevent another tragedy. Thank you for watching Crime Scene Exposed. Stay aware, stay safe, and remember, silence protects the abuser, but the truth protects the victim.